Hi kids, welcome to TeaFairy Storytime. Today we're going to be talking about space and planets and astronomy. Do you know what astronomy is? It's when you study planets and space. Kind of easy to figure out. I believe that our friend Princess Jennifer is coming to read this lovely book by author Menge and Heath Rhoades. It's called Queen Vernita Meets Sir Heathybean, the Astronomer. You guys ready? Here she comes. Welcome, Princess Jennifer.
Hi, friends. Princess Jennifer here. I'm going to read you a story. Today we have another story from our friends Menge and Heath Rhoades. This one's called Queen Vernita Meets Sir Heathybean, the Astronomer. And it's won many awards, as you can see. Let's get started. Queen Vernita meets Sir Heathybean, the Astronomer. Oh, and it has a page where you can write your name. It says, this book belongs to blank. You can put your name there. Queen Vernita was thrilled that Sir Heathybean, the Astronomer, and Cora, the teacher, had arrived to teach their visitors about astronomy. Astronomy comes from the Greek words star and law. It is the scientific study of celestial objects. Queen Vernita immediately sat down to invite her friends to come and visit. She wrote an invitation for one visitor per month. 1 January, 2 February, 3 March, 4 April, 5 May, 6 June, 7 July, 8 August, 9 September, 10 October, 11 November, and 12 December. In January, Austin came to visit Queen Vernita, Sir Heathybean the Astronomer, and Cora the teacher. Sir Heathybean explained the sun, which is really a star. On Monday, Austin learned that the sun is a ball of burning gas. It warms our planet with its heat. On Tuesday, Austin and Queen Vernita learned that the sun is middle-aged. It's halfway through its life cycle. On Wednesday, they learned that the sun is very big. Austin learned that 1 million Earths could fit inside of it. Wow, 1 million? On Thursday, Austin learned that the sun is far away in the universe. It's 93 million miles from Earth. On Friday, he learned that light travels 300,000 kilometers per second, or 186,000 miles per second. This means that it takes about 8 minutes for the light from the sun to reach the Earth. On Saturday, Queen Vernita and Austin learned that without the sun, life on Earth would not be possible. The sun helps us in many ways. It helps us grow food to eat. On Sunday, Austin learned that we can use the sun to tell time. Cora, the teacher, taught Austin how to use a sundial. Austin loved learning about the sun during the 31 days of January. Cora, the teacher, gave Austin a lot of projects to do at home so he could learn more on his own. When Austin left, he promised to send Cora all of his finished homework. Do you get homework? Yeah. In February, Daniel came to visit Queen Vernita in her Oceaneer's castle. He was very excited to meet Sir Heathybean the Astronomer and Cora the teacher. Cora had lessons planned for all 28 days of February. This month they would learn all about Mercury. On Monday, Daniel learned that Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. It orbits our sun in an elliptical or oval manner that brings it very close to the sun for part of its orbit, then very far away for the rest. Orbit means that one object travels around another object. On Tuesday, Daniel and Queen Vernita learned that Mercury completes one trip around the sun every 88 days. This is almost 3 months. The Earth takes a whole year or 12 months to complete its trip around the sun. On Wednesday, they learned that Mercury's surface looks very similar to the Earth's moon. The surface is covered with craters made from being hit by asteroids. On Thursday, Daniel learned that Mercury has a thin atmosphere that does not trap the sun's heat very well. Even though Mercury is closest to the sun, its temperature is cooler than the planet Venus. On Friday, she learned that temperatures on Mercury can range from about negative 270 degrees Fahrenheit to over 800 degrees Fahrenheit. The hottest it gets in the Oceaneer's kingdom is 100 degrees Fahrenheit. On Saturday, Daniel learned that in Roman mythology, Mercury is the god of commerce, travel, and thievery. On Sunday, Daniel and Queen Vernita learned that Mercury probably got its name because it moves so quickly across the sky. Daniel could not wait to get home and share all of the new things that he had learned about Mercury from Sir Heathybean, the astronomer, and Cora, the teacher. His bags were so heavy with new books that he could barely carry them. In March, Queen Vernita and Cora, the teacher, had lots of new information for Odessa to learn about Venus. On Monday, Odessa learned that Venus is the second planet in our solar system. On Tuesday, Odessa and Queen Vernita learned that Venus orbits between Earth and Mercury. On Wednesday, they learned that Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. The temperature on the surface of Venus can range from 260.6 degrees Fahrenheit to over 872 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot enough to melt lead. That's hot. On Thursday, Sir Heathybean, the astronomer, taught Odessa that Venus has a thick atmosphere made of carbon dioxide and nitrogen compounds. On Friday, she learned that Venus is about the same size as Earth, but it rotates in retrograde, which means that it spins in the opposite direction than the Earth does. On Saturday, Odessa learned that Venus rotates very slowly. It takes 243 Earth days to make up a single day on Venus. On Sunday, Odessa and Queen Vernita learned that Venus was named after the Roman goddess of love. Odessa loved learning how to use a telescope. It was so fascinating to be able to see far into the universe. I never knew there were so many planets, comets, and stars in the universe, exclaimed Odessa. I am so glad that you find the universe such an interesting place, answered Heathybean, the astronomer. She learned many new things during the 31 days in March, but there was still so much more to learn. April brought spring to the Oceaneer's kingdom, and along with the season came Sophia. Sophia was going to learn about Earth during the 30 days of April. On Monday, Sophia learned that Earth is the third planet from the sun. On Tuesday, Sophia and Queen Vernita learned that the Earth is the only planet in the solar system that has animal and plant life on it. On Wednesday, they learned that 71% of the Earth's surface is covered in salt water. Oceans and seas are made of salt water. On Thursday, Sophia learned the Earth orbits the sun once for every 366.26 times it rotates on its axis. One rotation is equal to about one full day. It takes the Earth one whole year to orbit the sun. On Friday, she learned that the length of time is called a sidereal year, which is equal to 365.26 solar days. This is why every 4 years we have a leap year and add an extra day to the month of February. On Saturday, Sir Heathybean, the astronomer, told Sophia that the Earth's surface is made up of a series of rafts called tectonic plates, floating on a sea of melted material called magma. On Sunday, Sophia learned that the Earth has an inner core that may be solid and an outer core that may be liquid. The Earth has over 1 million different species of plants and animals, said Cora the teacher. Life on Earth is very precious, said Sophia. How do we preserve it? We must be very careful about what we do in our daily lives. We need to make sure that we are not wasting Earth's resources, answered Sir Heathybean, the astronomer. What a wonderful question. When you go home, start recycling and reusing as much as you can. This helps to preserve the Earth's resources, said Cora the teacher. Well, that was great. We learned a lot about the different planets, and I think Earth is a good place to take a break from this book because there's a lot of information here. Grab yourself a copy of Queen Vernita Meets Sir Heathybean the Astronomer today and learn more about the planets. Let's see what our friends are up to.
Let's play pretend together.
I want to be cowboys.
Well, I want to be on the moon.
Maybe we can be...
Race car drivers.
No, silly. Space cowboys.
Space cowboys. Yeehaw, Houston.
Let's water our moon, Basil.
Hey, space partner. What do you think space cowboys eat?
They eat moon burgers.
Well, I'm about as full as a space cowboy can be.
Me too.
Maybe we can play a little song while we digest.
I was thinking, how do people sleep in space without any gravity?
Well, I reckon they count sheep.
But there aren't any sheep in space.
Well, maybe they count space sheep.
Space sheep?
They're pretend. Just listen to my song.
How do astronauts sleep when they're floating in zero gravity? Do they count space sheep? Do they count space sheep? Do they count 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6? Space sheep floating through space. 7, 8, and 9 sheep should get me falling.
All that singing makes me feel sleepy. How about you? I bet he's dreaming. What do you imagine he's dreaming about?
We're going to bounce into low gravity. Why don't you bounce around with us?
I see the moon, and the moon sees me. The moon sees someone that I'd like to see. Please bless the moon, and please bless me. And please bless the someone that I'd like to see.
The Aurora Borealis. What is the Aurora Borealis? During certain seasons of the year, people around the world look up at the night sky to see flashes of green, pink, yellow, and red lights. In the northern hemisphere, these lights are called the Aurora Borealis. In the southern hemisphere, they are considered the Aurora Australis. Scientists have discovered that the auroras are caused by solar particles colliding with the upper atmosphere of Earth. Solar storms produce solar particles, which are carried to Earth on solar winds. The bigger the storm, the more particles. The more particles that reach the atmosphere of Earth, the more visible the auroras are to people around the world. Throughout time and history, through stories and myths, people have tried to explain and make sense of these shimmering, shining patterns. According to Chinese legends, the lights depicted a celestial battle that took place between evil and good dragons. It was the Aurora Australis that Aboriginal Australians were more familiar with, and they watched in awe as their gods danced overhead. In Finnish Lapland, the Sami believed that whales emitted water spumes, which created the lights. There is a beautiful myth in Finland that Arctic foxes produced the aurora when their large furry tails brushed against the mountains. These fire foxes created sparks that lit up the sky. In North American Makah Indian history, the lights were thought to be fires that were built by dwarves to boil whale blubber in the far north. While the Wabanaki Indians of Maine believed that ball-playing people with rainbow belts and peculiar colored lights on their heads created the aurora borealis. And the Algonquin tribes of northern Michigan and Canada believed that Nananbazo, the creator of the earth, moved to the far north. There he lit a giant fire to show his people that he was still thinking of them despite being so far away. The auroras were believed to be a reflection of that fire. The Menominee Indians of Wisconsin believed that giants fished at night in the north, creating lights with their torches. They believed that it was these lights that caused the aurora borealis to appear. The northern lights are called merry dancers in Scotland. They depict fallen angels or sky warriors fighting epic battles. Meanwhile, the Estonians have a legend about elaborate sleighs that carry guests up to a dazzling wedding party in the sky. In Norse mythology, the northern lights were believed to be a symbol that represents the Bifrost, the bridge that connects Asgard and Midgard. Now, the Danes believed that the lights were caused by swans racing to fly as far north as possible. Legend says that some of the swans were trapped in the ice. They tried to escape the ice by flapping their wings rapidly. This commotion caused the northern lights to flash in the sky. In ancient Greek and Roman mythology, Aurora is the personification of the dawn or early morning. According to myth, Aurora would race across the sky in her chariot to alert her brother, the sun, and her sister, the moon, that a new day had begun. One thing is certain, no matter what magical tale that you enjoy, the northern lights were significant and of great importance to ancient societies. No matter the message that they carried, the lights were as magical and revered then as they are today.
Hi kids, are you guys enjoying the show? I hope so. Right now, we're going to make our own little felt board solar system set. You guys can do this at home too. All you need is a pen and some scissors and some felt, which you can find at art and craft stores and online. Okay, I'm going to put the scissors and the pen down, and you're going to need some colors. So I would get a multicolored set with a whole bunch of pieces. It's nice to have a black one so that you can use it as your own felt board at home. And you can like maybe glue it to a piece of cardboard or something like that. See how it blends in with my felt board that I already have? So I'm going to start with yellow because the sunshine is yellow. But you'll see that there's colors for, like maybe earth would be this nice blue color, and you could use some of the green to make parts of earth on it, or brown. See the brown? That one's going to be a hard one because you have to draw all the little shapes of all the different continents and things. But you could do Jupiter, and you can do Mars. You can just kind of make them your own colors, but then you can actually write the name of the planet onto the one that you cut out. So all the planets, luckily, are one shape. They're not rectangular, they're not square, they're not triangles, are they? No. What shape are they? Circles. So I'm going to draw a circle on my felt, and instead of doing it right in the center where it takes up the biggest part of the felt, I like to do it near the corner so that there's a lot of felt to be used for other projects later on. And I'm going to do my best at drawing a circle. My pen shakes a little bit because my hand shakes a little bit. So it's a bit of a shaky circle, but you can see the circle on there now, right? And then I'm going to cut out the circle so that we have the sun ready to go. And then I'm going to do all the rest of the planets too. And in the end, I will show you what my solar system looks like. Whoops. Just do your best. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, see how I didn't use up all my felt? I only used that one little corner instead of using it all. And there is my sun. And I put the side that has the writing on it against the felt so you don't see the lines. Does it look like a sun? And you could cut out little stars and moons to go with it, or planets, whatever you feel like doing. If I wanted to cut out a star, I would literally just draw a very small star. Can you make a star? Do you guys know how to make a star? Like that. And maybe even fill it in if you want. That's okay. See, my star isn't perfect, but it doesn't have to be because it's just for fun. And then, ooh, don't knock over the board. And again, you can glue your felt to cardboard. If you wanted to do this with paper, if you have colored construction paper, you can do it with paper. And you can even glue them on the way where you want them to be, or you can just keep them so that you can use them over and over again and memorize what the names of the planets are. And I should write sun on my sun, don't you think? I should probably do that. Let me finish cutting out this star. It's hard to do it on camera because I need to show you what I'm doing. And again, I'm going to put the side that I colored on against the black so that you don't see that. All you see is my little yellow star. And see, again, I didn't use up all the felt. But I should write sun on my sun. And I'm going to do it in big letters so it's nice and clear. And if you wanted, you could even glue another piece of felt that's bigger than that in orange with like spikies coming out of it. Okay. Thank you, Queen Jennifer, for coming and reading books with us. And thank you to all the people that sent in videos to be able to share in this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. See you next week.